right, we're on Masechet Parah, Perek Bet Mishnah Hey, fifth Mishnah in the second chapter of Masechet Parah. Says the Mishnah, Hayuba shtei sa'arot shecharot. If it had two black hairs, or levanot, or white hairs, betoch guma achat. In one guma, a guma is an indentation. Let's hold down. Let's go back to the psukim for a second. So we said it has to be para aduma timima. It has to be pure whole red. It's got to be a red heifer. So how much is red? How much is like, how much can you be missing and it still be red? So the Mishnah says if it has two black hairs or white hairs in a guma. Now guma is a little bit tricky to translate, and it's kind of really important. Okay, because so the Jasper translated as hole or indentation. Others, but then he goes a hair follicle. So why would you have two hairs in one follicle? So it seems that it's something a little bit different, like an area. It's really interesting. So anyway, let's see for a second. Psula. So if there's two hairs in one indentation, one I don't know. It seems to me like the cow has different, I guess, valleys and whatever, and on its body. I'm not really sure. Okay, Rabbi Yehuda says afilu betoch kos echad, and so you have a language of guma and the language of kos, of cup. And the Bartanura says it's not afilu. He says Rabbi Yehuda Omer betoch kos echad garsinan, in one kos, velo garsinan afilu. He says we don't have the word afilu. So let's read it just the way the Bartanura says to read it. If it had two black hairs, two white hairs, betoch guma achat psula, in one guma. Rabbi Yehuda Omer says betoch kos echad. You don't say, and the Bartanura says guma and kos are the same thing, a cup, kos. Okay? B'makom shaya shoneh Tanakama guma, the Tanakama had the language of guma, haya shoneh Rabbi Yehuda kos. Rabbi Yehuda used the word kos, and they're the same thing. Ella, I love this. Chayav adam lomar b'lashon Rabbo. A person has to speak using the language of his Rebbe. Sherabbo Rabbi Yehuda haya koreh l'guma kos. He would call the guma kos. Hachimuchach v'tosefta. Why is this important? I think it's exactly the point, because otherwise a guma, I think kos is not like one cup, one follicle, one area, one whatever. It's very difficult to know exactly what this guma and kos are. I'm not sure who the Sephardi's translation is, but they have one follicle or one kos. And there's a really big deal, because if you say that kos, it's afilu kos or afilu kos, then kos is something different. It's not a guma, it's not a follicle. I'm not really sure. If you know, send me a WhatsApp or an email. Okay, hayu b'toch shtei kosot. If they were in two follicles, doesn't make sense. Two of these kosot. V'hein mochichot zozu psula, and they are mochichot. They are adjacent to one another. They're connected. They're associated with one another. Then it's psula. So meaning, according to this, interestingly, it's not that two hairs in the whole animal. Let's not be ridiculous. It has to be two hairs in one, according to the Tanakama or Rabbi Yehuda, in one area. Rabbi Akiva says afilu. Arba afilu chamesh. You have four hairs or five hairs, v'hein mefuzarot, and they are spread around the animal. Yitlosh. So Rabbi Akiva says you can sort of cheat a little bit. You're allowed to plug out the hairs. Rabbi Lezer says afilu chamishim, even 50. Why 4 or 5? If 2 is okay and 5 is okay, you can plug out 50. So it's interesting. So that's a real question. Can you cheat and make the paraduma? Oh, look, it's pure. Rabbi Yeshua ben Beteira says, "Afilu achat berosha ve'achat ben zanava." If you have one at its head and one at its tail, psula. No plucking, no playing games. You need a totally pure para aduma timima. So now hayuba shtei se'arot. Now we're talking about each individual hair. And we have this actually in the case of the Gaim also. Ikaran mashchir v'rosha ma'adim. Ikaran ma'adim v'rosha mashchir. So paraduma aduma. So what part of the hair is the essential part? So what happens if you have the root is black, but the head is red, or the head is red, or the root is red and the head is black? Says the Bartanura. Says the Mishnah. Kol alech achar nireh. You go after what's visible, i.e., the rosh. Div Rabbi Meir. Rabbi Meir says you go after what's visible. Okay, the head. The Chachamim say achara ikar. Chachamim say no. You follow not the head, but you follow the root. If you follow the root, how much of the root? So the Bartanura says that v'im ikaran ma'adim v'rosham mashchir. If the root is red, but there's black on the end, how much do you need? V'yesh b'ikar shema'adim. You have enough red. Kedei shinatel b'piyaz. It has to be enough that you can snip it with the scissors. Then yigzoz roshan. Then you cut off the head. V'ikshera. That's not cheating because the red is there on its own. You're not plucking a black hair. You're just removing the black on the top. But if there's less, if it's not even enough that you could cut it and have something remaining, that doesn't count. We'll stop here, dedicate our learning to memory of my father, Rab Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.